here we are once more in the wonderful world of Thing. This should be the last chapter, the last part. I no longer hesitated what to do. I resolved to lash myself securely to the water cask upon which I now held, to cut it loose from the counter, and to throw myself with it into the water. What an idiot! I attracted my brother's attention by signs, pointed to the floating barrels that came near us, and did everything in my power to make him understand what I was about to do. I thought at length that he comprehended my design, but whether this was the case or not, he shook his head despairingly, and refused to move from his station. By the ring bolts! It was impossible to reach him. The emergency admitted of no delay, and so, with a bitter struggle, I resigned him to his fate, fastened myself to the cask by means of the lashings which secured it to the counter, and precipitated myself with it into the sea without another moment's hesitation. What an idiot. The result was precisely what I had hoped it might be, as it is myself who now tell you this tale, as you see that I did escape, and as you are already in possession of the mode in which this escape was effected. What? And must therefore anticipate all that I have farther to say. I will bring my story quickly to conclusion. Good, because I'm running out of time. Not really. It might have been an hour or thereabout after my quitting the smack, when, having descended to a vast distance beneath me, it made 3 or 4 wild gyrations in rapid succession, and bearing my loved brother with it, plunged headlong, at once and forever, into the chaos of foam below. The barrel, to which I was attached, sunk very little farther than half the distance between the bottom of the gulf and the spot at which I had leaped overboard, before a great change took place in the character of the whirlpool. The slope of the sides of the vast funnel became momently less and less steep. The gyrations of the whirl grew gradually less and less violent. By degrees the froth and the rainbow disappeared. No more gay. What? And the bottom of the gulf seemed slowly to uprise. The sky was clear, the winds had gone down, and the full moon was setting radiantly in the west, when I found myself on the surface of the ocean, in full view of the shores of Lofoden, and above the spot where the pool of the Maelstrom had been. It was the hour of the slack, but the sea still heaved in mountainous waves from the effects of the hurricane. I was borne violently into the channel of the Strom, and in a few minutes was hurried down the coast into the grounds of the fishermen. A boat picked me up, exhausted from fatigue, and, now that the danger was removed, speechless from the memory of its horror. Those who drew me on board were my old mates and daily companions, but they knew me no more than they would have known a traveller from the spirit land. My hair, which had been raven black the day before, was as white as you see it now. They say, too, that the whole expression of my countenance had changed. I told them my story. They did not believe it. I now tell it to you, and I can scarcely expect you to put more faith in it than did the merry fishermen of Lofoden. Yeah, I didn't believe it, actually, either. I didn't believe it, either. Anyway, well, that was the end of that. What a short final part. Let's read this. Loved this book. Similar users also downloaded The Mask of the Red Death by Edgar Allan Poe. The Mask of the Red Death, originally published as The Mask of the Red Death, is a short story written by Edgar Allan Poe and first published in 1842. Holy crap, he's old. The story follows Prince Prospero's attempts to avoid a dangerous plague known as the Red Death by hiding in his abbey. He, along with many other blah 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 blah. Oh look, there's also the murders in the Rue Morgue, the Black Cat, How original. The Pit and the Pendulum. The Cask of Amontillado, I don't know. Sometimes spelt, oh. The Fall of the House of Usher. The Purloined Letter. Oi! Oi! Oh, right. The Gold Bug. Tales of the Grotesque and Arabesque. The Devil in the Belfry. And that's it. There's an empty page after that. And another one. Well, that was funky. Thanks for listening to A Descent into the Maelstrom. Oi, I'm trying to delete it now. So, now, here is where I must ask, like, stuff. Wait. Yeah, so now a message thing type thing, yeah. This was just kind of an experiment. I don't know if anybody, well, what do you people reckon? Should I continue Paul's reading? That one I don't think went that well. There were some moments of silliness, but other than that, it was just like me reading a book, wasn't it? A bit, well, it wasn't funny. So I don't know if I will continue Paul's reading. But if I do, I don't know, I guess I'd rather do fan fictions and stuff. I don't know. I guess, well, you see, the thing is, I don't know if anybody else watches and has been watching Cloud 8745, but this was kind of inspired, well, I kind of wanted to do this since I watched, like, him and one of his friends were reading a really bad fan fiction and they were laughing their asses off about it because it was so bad. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to read bad fan fictions and have a laugh because it'll be silly and funny. So this wasn't really a very good, like, experiment, was it? Because this was a serious book. But meh, I don't know, we'll see anyway. That'll be it for now. It'll probably be a while before I do another one, because I guess I have to come across good ones. But if anybody has suggestions of, like, really crappy fan fictions or something, I mean, no offense to the writers, I mean, not everybody's a professional writer, but I just want to read sort of bad fan fictions, because it'll be funny. Yeah, anyway. Blob!